I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 that ring of fire.
All right, this is episode 9. And welcome back to Watch Cringe. I'm still Jay.
And I'm Brendan. And who do we got on the show today, Jay?
Oh, we have two brilliant people. We'll start with Bill, who is a big fan of the prison gym setup.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a very tight setup out there. I'm a little jealous. I don't want to get shanked. Winston said he didn't want to get shanked out there, though.
Understandable.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I have a prison gym set up in my backyard. Yeah. And in Texas, it gets pretty lit.
Fucking nasty. And then we also have Winston. Officially, he's
a dog whisperer, actually, apparently, because my dog is like all over him right now.
And another one was that he was we mentioned him a lot actually in the past episodes as the small wrist guy, the 36 millimeter guy,
wrecking crew,
36 wrecking crew. That's right.
Crew.
But he has been a convert.
Yeah, he picked up some a new piece that's quite spectacular.
All right, how about you guys? You want to tell them
you want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. Bill, kind of new to the watch game. Only been in it for a little bit, but picked up some nice pieces, trying to collect the icons, and thanks to this group, getting to know watches a little bit more.
A little bit better.
Right on. I'm Winston. On Instagram, I'm Winstagram.
That's right.
Happy to be here. I'm wearing Brendan's Corona Tokyo right now, and looking at a great table full of Grand Seiko Nomos
chips and
so
food.
Life is good. And chips, hot chips.
Chips.
We got goat milk kefir.
Yeah.
Unsweetened yogurt.
So why do we have this assortment?
Because, well, before we do that, let's
complete
wrist
the wrist check. Okay.
I like what I'm wearing.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm wearing Bill's Cartier Santos de Medium. I think that's what it's right.
It's the medium.
Let me see it on your wrist. I think it fits you
looks
quite
great.
well.
It looks fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Show
I
the
really
camera.
like it. Show the camera.
We have camera now. I
yeah.
forgot.
There's
camera.
Yeah, the cameras are recording now.
This is a very J fit because you got your gym fit on.
Oh, that's right.
And you've got your dress piece.
That's right. Makes absolute sense.
That's the fluted bezel look.
Sports casual.
That's right. Sports casual.
Sports
casual.
Yeah.
Brendan's not wearing anything, but he has his Pepsi.
But I have my Pepsi. It's on the table.
Still, it's weird that we even got to pry it out. What are you gonna say you're wearing, Bill? Even though
I'm not wearing anything right now. It's on the table. The Nomos Lambda, 175 years in watchmaking.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Number 11 of 175.
Really?
So
oh wow.
So beautiful. And I was wearing my Explorer 36, the 124270. Brought the new sub 41, but I'm wearing Brendan's Corona just because that has that vintage vibe.
So
with the case, I love it.
Yeah, Winston now has a bunch of Rolexes that are steel black dial sports.
OP34 black dial, 36 millimeter Explorer, 41 millimeter sub, and then the 39 millimeter blue and the Datejust blue.
Jeez.
And you plan on selling any of the black dial ones, or you just keep it?
No,
I'm
dude.
gonna keep it, dude.
That's his identity now.
Baby.
His steel black dial.
Steel
now.
black.
Who am I
That's
without it now?
Yeah.
You know?
That's great.
That's hilarious. Well, so we have all of this shit like food and stuff on the table because we have the one chip challenge from Paqui, which I actually want to thank and shout out CK, a friend of the podcast, who got us 5. Did not realize that these chips are like fucking $25 to $30 each.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, why?
Do we need to flip these? How much are they going on the gray market?
So yeah, I want to thank CK. She's CK_Cone on Instagram. She gave us the good and kind of fucked up idea of shooting the episode with chips, like hot takes. She's also the one who gave me my katana for Christmas, which is very irresponsible.
So this challenge has been a social phenomenon, and I think even Chris Evans of Hot Ones did a show with Sasha Banks, and in that show he said this is one of the most intense that he felt on the show,
Jeez.
and he wanted to tap out.
You didn't tell me that before.
Yeah, he wanted to tap out within 2 minutes.
Captain
But-
America wanted to top out. I don't know.
So we're gonna do these. We're gonna see who lasts the longest. What are the time benchmarks?
So
that
the
we're going for?
it's 5, 10, 30, and 1 hour, I believe.
So-
I'm pretty sure I will not last the hour because I want beer.
to just drink. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to drink.
So
So we have 5 minutes is powerless, 10 minutes is powerful, 30 minutes is supercharged, and over 1 hour is invincible.
you are not sane if you're gonna go for that hour.
Yeah, you're probably something's wrong with you.
So the chips that we're gonna be eating today, along with talking watches, is it has Carolina Reaper and it has Scorpion chili peppers. The Scoville value is about 1.6 million. A little hot. I don't know what an example like a jalapeno is like nothing. Pretty
Jalapenos.
Probably like 100,000.
Yeah.
It's like 100,000.
This is
Maybe.
basically 10 times the Scorville value of a habanero.
So it's 1.6.
Because a habanero is 150,000.
Yeah. So this 1.6 million, which is about 5 million short of that 5711 Tiffany that Zach paid for. So yeah. Just as a heads up, if you guys are gonna do this, it's not because of us. You're doing this because you want to, and we're not like
Don't sue us.
responsible or anything. This is all y'all.
This is all of you.
And it's the hottest chip currently out, I believe. And we're doing a bunch of hot takes, or we're kind of wanting to see what.
It's like one hot take.
Yeah, one hot take, one big hot take. It's a chip that's unnecessarily big, also. Have you seen
This
it?
thing is huge, and I feel like there's going to be crumbs getting in my mustache and beard, and I'm just going to
You
get
call
pain.
that, you call that a beard?
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. That's a real beard.
That's cute. That's cute. That's a cute beard. Is that Sony's My First Beard?
Yes. It's a 5 o'clock shadow. My mistake. But you're gonna get a lot of
I'm
crumbles
fucked.
in there.
Bill has
all
a
throughout
beard
the
for
day.
real. Actually, I'm the only one who doesn't have facial hair. I try.
You got a little
I am-
mustache going.
I have the Lepedo stash. I'm telling you, I'm trying to grow facial hair. It's just not there. Genetically,
I
it's
think
not
I
there.
had about that much in 5th grade.
Yeah, I bet.
What'd you use? Rogaine?
Hell,
Just fucking put
my
Rogaine
son
on your
has
face?
more. He's 13, and it's like, man, what the fuck?
He's already outdone Dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
taller than me too.
Wow. You guys want to do it?
Crack it
Yep.
open.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
I just want to say to everyone that I'm scared.
I'm a,
Yeah,
I'm a
me
little
too.
nervous.
I too
Yeah.
am a little
So
bit scared.
Careful.
So,
getting the
just as a
sprinkles.
heads up, we have gloves. Oh God, Winston fucking
Winston just
just.
fucking went
Oh
for it
all the way.
Jesus! All right. Oh, all right. Well, don't do that.
I'm having troubles opening this.
Oh, this is hot. No, it's hot. This is
It's
hotter
really
than my
hot.
pepper.
Oh my God!
Oh, that's hot. I'm not lasting 5 minutes. Fuck this. Oh, no.
my socks off. Take my fucking shirt too.
Dude.
It's hot, dude. Oh, that's hot.
Okay.
All right, let's get through the episode.
Oh.
Oh shit! Winston's down. Oh shit! He's wretched. You good?
Yeah.
You can call an ambulance.
No. Ice cream helps.
My throat feels like
Let's talk
there's
watches.
sandpaper going in and out.
Ice cream is amazing. Brendan, there's some yogurt on your GMT.
Oh, is there?
I just need you to know that.
Okay.
I want you to look at that right now. You okay with that?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Oh, what the?
I'm not as
Yo,
strong as I thought.
I'm making it, dude. I didn't fucking crack.
Wow.
I didn't fucking crack for Watch Cringe.
You know-
feel lightheaded.
There's the prison gym yard.
Yeah.
All right, what's your watch question, Jay?
Yeah, so,
Brendan got it.
the 6.3 million Tiffany Dial Nautilus sold to Zach Lou.
Was that even English, bro? You alright? You gonna make it?
I think my eardrums just burst. I can't
that's
fucking
hot.
see.
All right, the Tiffany,
What's the
5711, he bought it for what, 5, 6?
6. So what's funny
6.3.
is he got offered because the first guy bailed.
Yep.
And this
We
guy,
don't know what happened though, right?
yeah, we don't know what happened. Maybe he found out it was a fake. So what do you think? Justified pricing, even though it's for charity?
Justified pricing.
No. My face is so fucked
I
up.
literally, my hearing is like down 30%. I'm not even fucking making that up. Like, it's hard to hear.
Jay just housed like two
Jay's struggling.
ice creams. Oh, there's only 4. I guess I'm not having ice cream.
Sorry, Bill.
I'm good. I'm gonna have a beer.
Holy
Holy
that's gonna
shit.
make it worse, bro.
I know,
combination.
but I'm gonna enjoy it.
How?
So,
When
you
you
know, was interesting in that Zach Lou interview. He was saying he bought it to get purchase history with Tiffany and Patek.
What is he after then?
He's after the next crazy release, I think, because he doesn't want to go through the auction. He wants to just get it.
From
He wants to
Thierry
get
Stern,
offered. Yeah,
his personal friend.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Since he was 15.
rich people also have to go through the AD game, which was it's pretty funny to see that. But they're throwing down millions, not thousands.
I'm not a market expert, but I've heard about the concept. If you set a price and someone pays it, then the price was justified. That's all that matters.
Yeah, just 5 for that.
Now,
at
what's
least
the
that one
effect
person.
of this? We'll see.
What were the phases that you guys went through? I think you're still going through some, but explain it.
My thought was to get it in and chew it up as quickly as possible. But the chip is so dry, you kind of gotta like chew it and get it all swirled around your mouth, and then
Yeah.
by the time you swallow it, the heat kicks in, and once that kind of happens, then it really kind of escalates pretty quickly from there.
Man, I went straight to hell. Straight to hell. It was like I was transported straight to hell.
I think the slow burn that everyone was talking about was bullshit. That thing just lit you up like instantly.
Yeah, I would. It didn't really kick into full
thing.
steam for like 30 seconds, and then it's just like that residual
From the ice.
kind of waves of pain.
Go get me one.
So
Okay.
next question. So okay,
AP50.
AP 50th anniversary release of the 16202.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on it?
I want a gray or blue dial. 37 millimeter.
Okay, so you're a fan.
I called the AP. I called AP in Dallas yesterday, and they very kindly said, "We invite you to come into our store." That's all they would say.
What do they sell to you there? Like jewelry on the side? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Code 1159's on the side.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. And the women's AP.
So that's where you start. You're gonna go down that journey.
Doesn't it have like the big 50 on the rotor?
Yeah.
Just for 1 year.
And it's like the number is kind of like they like lock into each other at 5 and 0.
I think it's too in
I
your
don't like
face. Yeah, I don't like it. It's
Too bling in
it's
your
too
face.
much. Like the
There you
Nomos,
go.
their 175 is very small. You almost really have to kind of get a magnifying glass to look at it.
So Rolex price increase. Oh wait, hold on. We're not done with the AP.
We're not done with the AP. Better movement, same dimensions, same water resistance.
I thought increased water.
Nope.
No.
Still 50. Can you imagine that?
And they increased the price. And this is a special. How much is this thing?
That's so ballsy.
I think they went up by like $2,000 or something.
And it's pretty. But the movement's different.
So 21,000.
Should I
for,
not breathe? Is that the
The
set?
breathing makes it worse, man.
Yeah.
Breathe through your nose.
21,000 for steel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 24?
24. 24.
24.
If aliens came down to this planet, they would be like, so steel is a precious metal, gold is trash,
Who-
and when you mix them together, that's even worse. Based on the pricing and what people want,
You're talking about like the two-tone Explorer?
two-tone anything.
And in 2019, people were really crazy about bronze.
Yeah,
And green dials.
and green dial.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I'm starting to be able to.
Yeah.
It's still
To
hot.
speak
It's
now?
still
Back.
burning my mouth.
So we're done with the AP50. Rolex price increase. Worth it.
Absolutely.
It's
Winston
what it is.
says
Like,
that 'cause-
everything's expensive. You know?
Winston says that because he has fucking 3 Rolexes.
Fanboy.
4, 5 right now.
Yeah, don't listen to me. I'm a total
That's
fanboy
biased
right
as
now.
fuck.
Yeah,
But
but like, what's the difference? It's like if you can get one, get one. It's
Yeah.
it's just a little
You're
bit
still
more.
getting a discount off
It's
of
not like
Gray.
it's a surprise. Like they raise their prices every year.
it's not like they matched what was going on in Gray and like doubled everything or something crazy like that.
that would be really greedy if they just all right. This is what the market can sustain. This is what's going to be.
That would be ballsy.
What do you
was
guys
it?
think of
That would
the
kill Gray market.
What do you guys think of the AD games?
The waiting lists and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
the Rolex game.
I mean,
I'm fucking dying.
I feel like it is what it is. Like they're
fucking fine,
they're
dude.
trying to stay
The beginning was
profitable.
crucial.
You know, they want to take care of their customers and things like that. Does it suck for the enthusiasts? Absolutely. I think there are a couple of ADs that I think recognize enthusiasts, and hopefully some of them are getting those things. But
Shout out to our ADs.
Shout out to the AD, all of our ADs, Winston's ADs,
Shout out.
our ADs, everyone.
You know what I've been surprised by?
What?
The diversity
Talk
of
closer to my...
sorry, the diversity of practices in ADs.
Yeah.
All the AD games are not the same, and they're not all games. You can get an Explorer, you can get a sub without any purchase history.
As you've found out,
As
right?
I found out, go to another AD, and you have to buy 15 grand just to get an OSHA Perpetual. Well,
Not even.
that's not a great example to get a sub, right?
I would say
So it
like
depends.
15 isn't even guaranteeing you that.
True.
Well, the guy, it's funny because the guy that my AD told me that the guy that got the Pepsi before me, his account was like $150,000. And I think it's a scale basis. They know, they kind of feel you out to see how much money you actually have. And if they know you're a higher profile, higher baller, then they end up having you pay more. So that's at least
Interesting.
one perspective out of probably, dozens of ADs.
this is something that Winston and I were talking about while we were waiting for you guys to show up with the breakfast tacos about, if you really want the watch and you don't want to play the games, it's not like Rolex are scarce. You can go,
You can go
on
get it.
on the
You can
gray,
go
and
gray.
you can go get it.
Yeah, but
And
you-
when you factor in like how much your purchase history, how much you're going to pay, then you got to figure out how am I going to flip these watches, or at least so I can break even, so I don't lose money on stuff I don't want.
Yeah.
Like, what's your time worth? You can go to the gray market and get the watch you
Right
want
now.
and save yourself time and stress.
And you want to be losing money if you went that way. You'd be paying more, but the value is retained in the watch. So it's not like
Right.
you buy it and it's like half whatever.
It's not
it
a
is
car.
now. Yeah,
True.
it's not a car. Yeah, so
It's not a car.
Right, but Winston, you brought up a really
Or a
good point
tank.
about it's not about like anybody can go out and buy it. We can go out right now and buy a Daytona if we wanted to, but I think for maybe some of the folks that listen to this podcast or just the enthusiasts in general, I know for myself it's a little bit about the hunt, and that's what
yeah,
The thrill of the hunt.
absolutely,
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to be able to
Absolutely.
say I got it at retail because I can get a $53,000.
That's a fucking flex.
It is
Steel
a
Daytona
flex.
right
It's a
now.
fucking flex to do that.
right.
Being able to say, oh, fuck, Winston. I got this Explorer for retail. I got this sub for retail.
Yeah. No
Absolute
purchase history. It's
Fucking
awesome.
monster.
Yeah.
Well, now
That
you
is
have
a
purchase
monster.
history.
And to
Monster
be fair,
move.
with and I'm not trying to, I don't know, with ADs, I don't think they're all games because one AD I talk with, it's not a game. They just want to make sure that I'm the right kind of buyer. So they ask me, drop by once a week. Let's chat. Let's get to know each other. Let's become friends. And I want to make sure you're the right buyer.
They don't want you
I
to
wouldn't
be
call that a game.
flipping it because they can get fired for that.
Right.
If it's traced back to them, and so that makes sense. They want to know who you are, and they want to be selling to an actual watch enthusiast, and not just someone that's trying to follow like an Instagram.
You don't think that
Lifestyle.
you don't think? Because I think majority of the clients for ADs are not watch enthusiasts. I'll be honest with you. It's not.
Yeah.
I
But-
think watch enthusiasts make up a small portion of their.
But those
The
are the guys.
market.
The watch enthusiast guys are the ones that get the hookups. Though I feel like.
Yeah.
Right?
Sometimes, but the other thing is like, for my AD, I was able to get the 39 millimeter Explorer, no previous purchase history, and it's like
Good.
I could have stopped there, but no, I went back and bought a Cartier. I'm going back to buy some more watches, and like they did me a solid, and now it's like, yeah, I can go buy that Cartier on the secondhand market and pay less, but like they treated me well. They did me a solid. It's like, hey man, it's not like I'll just a repeat customer,
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what they're hoping for.
right?
And I
Yeah.
think that's deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think of them when you're getting the wedding bands and the diamond ring, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so you can get the Tiffany
So you
OP.
can get the Tiffany OP. It's a tit for tat. So that's okay. So speaking of high end watches, more expensive watches. Do
Curious.
you guys insure?
Insurance.
Do you guys
Yes,
insure?
absolutely.
Who do you use? What's the deal?
I'm actually through USAA,
Okay.
their personal policy right or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just sent in, here's the watches, serial numbers, and this is, and I just went off the market value of all the watches and what it would cost to make me whole. Like if something happened to my Rolex, I'm not going to be able to go get another one at the AD. I'm going to have to go gray to replace it.
Yeah,
So
you cannot get it at And do you look for like competitive pricing? I mean, with USAA, you're gonna get probably the best, but it's like 1% is the benchmark, right? Is that kind of like 1% of the value is what your premium should be?
I don't even know what my premium, because I've got everything rolled into that.
Yeah, mine
Carlos
is
house.
rolled in with my house.
Mine's an additional
A flyer,
package.
yeah.
So it's through Travelers, and basically you tell them what the market value is, and then they will, 50 extra bucks a year or something really low.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing. And
Do
then
you,
when I
have, do
sell,
you have to get like an appraisal
Yes.
done?
I don't.
You didn't?
I don't. I think it's up to like 30,000 or something. If it's under 30,000, you just tell them.
Okay.
Oh,
I
I've
have a
had
1675. It's worth 15.5. Done.
And this is Travelers?
Travelers. Yeah.
'Cause
right.
I had to get my shit appraised.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
most
they
do.
need like Haggerty insurance for watches. That'd be nice, because Haggerty's one of the companies that does like this is the actual value, market value of the car. So like some of the collectors' cars, like I know if I wrecked one of mine, USA is probably not going to pay me out for what the car is actually worth on the market. Versus Haggerty, it's like you have an agreed upon value of what you're insuring.
Okay, I think I can talk now.
You back?
I'm back.
Have you guys ever tried
Well-
Dinky's insurance?
Fucking Winston, dude. You
Oh.
said the dink.
I said the dink.
You said the
Shake-
dink and the insurance.
I considered them.
Are you
Their
serious?
rates and their terms are actually pretty reasonable.
Really?
I talked
Because
to them on the phone.
you also don't have to get an appraisal from them. They're just like for them.
Yeah,
Like,
because
they just-
they're great.
and they automatically scale the value of the watch. So if it
Oh,
goes up, you don't have to
really?
worry about it. Yeah.
And if
so
it's
But does
stolen,
it automatically scale your premium?
Yeah,
I would
that's
imagine
the
it
thing,
does. I
right?
imagine it does.
They would have to.
But they'll tell you the percent. I think it's usually like 1% is like the kind of market average, around 1. So
And
take
if it's
whatever you
lost
have.
or stolen anywhere in the world.
Pretty cool. I'll
They're
check
they're
that
taking
out.
off. They're doing like vintage pre-owned market. They're doing insurance,
so you, but I mean,
podcast.
yeah, but they're
editorial.
also they have so much because a lot of people
started-
are invested into them. I mean, like Tiffany and Co is in bed with them.
Yeah, they are. Because
LVMH.
one of the
Yeah, did you guys see it? Like the whole in the article they
ex-Houdinki
had to
guy
like
was like
Mhm.
there. Yeah,
it was like real sneaky. Like they're like, oh, and a minor shareholder for a
yeah. Minor shareholder. That
kiss
too.
my ass.
Cross pollination.
I want that John Mayer policy package from Houdinki,
What's that?
limited edition. I think it comes
Yeah,
with a
'cause-
travel clock or something.
All right, so yeah, the fucking travel clock. That shit still cracks me up. Did you see the video with Ed Sheeran? They had a travel clock.
Yeah.
They had the travel
Whoa.
clock on the back.
That's why. So I didn't realize Ed Sheeran was such a big watch geek. That
He
was
is.
pretty. That was really interesting. to,
Yeah,
like,
he's a
see that.
super big watch guy, and he loves ketchup. Did you know that? Like he
Can't-
has
I can't
ketchup
follow-
tattooed on him, but he also converted one of his Nautiluses to have a ketchup dial. And I was
He
like, that's
converted
fucked
one of
up.
them?
I was like, that's fucked up. Oh god, I'm so happy I can talk again.
Dude, you were
Guys,
struggling.
let me tell
man.
y'all. Let me just say how bad that shit was. It was so bad that I like any air going into my mouth was burning it. What was fucked up was me and Winston we're getting annihilated by this chip, by the way. And then you have Bill and Brendan not affected.
No, I was
Oh, Bill.
affected. I had some tears.
I
Coming
saw
out
the
my
tears,
eyes.
but you cracked open a beer like immediately after.
Told you I didn't want to go an hour without drinking. I brought this delicious 512 black IPA, and I was really excited to drink it.
Let me tell you. And then Brendan, surprisingly, the guy who was like, "Oh, I don't want to
I
do a
was
drink."
fucking scared as hell.
Oh, that's
Y'all were solid as a rock.
Yeah.
We were just leaves in the wind.
Dude, yeah.
It was. I mean, it was hot. Do you think the Tommy Want Wingy Atomic was hotter?
I think so.
And there was like the T22. I don't know. Like I got T22.
No,
on
I've
top.
had.
Are you guys'
No,
lips
I've-
still burning? Like right now, I have like I feel like I
No,
put that.
there was
little
a
bit.
little piece of the chip that was like I guess stuck in my tooth. It got out in my tooth, like not my tooth, my mouth got hot again.
We're gonna have to do a wellness check later to see
Yeah.
how all our
So,
stomachs are. Because
I don't think
it's gonna go
T22
well.
was was
The
hotter.
one on Lake Austin has a
Because I've had their hottest one, and it's like I was able to eat it. This one, I was fucking dying.
Go to the one downtown, because I've had like the one up on Burn It, and that one wasn't
To
that
let
bad.
you,
But
oh really? To let you guys know how much I fucking ate, I ate half a tub of yogurt to talk. It was literally no, not that. It's this. Literally only just me.
and you got yogurt on the
on the
GMT.
No, that was Winston.
That was me.
Oh.
I think I got to put an insurance claim for that and get a new one.
Sorry, man.
So here's
Yeah, I
another
think
one
it's
that
gonna be
I'm curious about, guys. So, you know, everyone shits on Hublot. Are they really that bad?
Oh.
Didn't I ask this question in chat the other day?
Yeah, that's why.
He just vampired your question, dude.
Jeez, dang.
So, what do you think, Bill?
So, I was in the fuck Hublot camp for a long time, but
Same.
then I was like, man, everybody hates this brand so much. It's like maybe there's like a good deal to be had because nobody wants these things. But no, it's like these things are still crazy expensive, and it's like why?
Because soccer players.
I just
F1.
don't like the design.
You don't? So, how about their cases, right? I believe that they were the very first company to use these like insane sapphire cases. Like, I mean, that has to command some sort of like horological respect, yeah?
Sure.
I'm not looking at it from like a watch. It's just I like iconic watches from the all the major brands.
Hublot is not one of those.
It's probably not, but they do have like they're known for the Big Bang, and so if I were collecting watches from all like the major watch brands, that would be the watch from Hublot that I would want.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a lot of titanium stuff too, and that's like my favorite metal. So
I value original design language. The
Yeah.
Big Bang is too Genta-esque for me to consider it to be an original design language.
Without being actually tied to Genza.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like I actually like I've gotten shit on it. Like I do like Hublot. Like not majority of their shit, yeah, but like the Sang Blue. Oh my god.
Yeah. I'll
It's
look it up.
gorgeous. Look it up. It's the Sang Blue Hublot, and it's like just so busy. It's like so chaotic, but it looks like organized chaos to me, and I love the art of it.
would you be afraid to wear it though for like the perception that one would get for wearing a Hublot?
No more than I would when I wear a AP.
What is it? What blue? Hublot.
Sang Blue.
Sang?
SANGBLEU.
Wait, how about the service Hublot that you want?
Oh, so actually, yeah, there's this Hublot that I want that I saw on Instagram. It's a service Hublot. So when you send your watch to Hublot, at least back then, right? The Sang Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, when you would send your watch to service, the AD would give you a service watch. It's literally a Hublot that's the same shape as the Big Bang, and on the dial it says for service.
Cool.
And so some people kept it after they got their watch back,
Oh,
and it's like $800 on eBay.
doesn't Bamford do something like that, or
Do
used
they?
to?
I don't know. We'll find out. We have the workshop manager next week.
So for me, okay, I like the Sang Blue,
Uh-huh.
but doesn't it seem to be based on the Bulgari?
Yeah,
You know,
kind of. I can see it.
all those different steps and layers. I don't know.
It's very busy.
I know. That's why I
Yeah.
said it's like chaotic.
Yeah.
To
I can
me,
do
it's-
busy if it's Richard Mille. I can do that kind of busy.
Oh, I would
Like,
love
come
a
on.
Richard Mille.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck! Give me a Rafa. That's like my holy grail. If
How
I
about
ever win
the
lottery.
Jacob and Co. Bugatti?
Get the fuck out
Have
of
you
here.
seen that thing? It has like all these pistons. It's like a Bugatti engine in there.
Jacob
and
and
it's
Co.
It's like
You guys think Jacob and Co is a serious? Serious watch
I
company?
feel like Richard Mille, Jacob & Co., some of the MBNF,
Oh,
like
okay,
those are
that's-
all in like
Well, you're
this
throwing
weird.
NF on there.
No, they're just in this different category of like I'm like not even attainable.
So you can't block them out.
Yeah, it's just like I
MBNF or work.
yeah.
Love.
I love all of them.
Oh, they're
Love
great,
it.
but it's like if you think about that's a gorgeous watch.
That's your watch right there.
But if you
Or
think
the
about it in
Rafa.
terms of
Rafa.
like cars, like there's certain
Rafa.
cars that are kind of attainable, like 911 turbos or NSXs, the Corvettes, whatever. But then you got like your Bugattis, your McLaren F1s, like stuff you're never gonna touch. And that's kind of, I think they're up
You can
there.
see the comparison on there.
Yeah.
Put them in the unattainable category.
I love that. That's the whole thing. I don't know. I think MBNF isn't completely unattainable. You're able to. I mean, it's a little bit more AP.
And it's different because there's actual like esteemed watchmakers behind that.
Yeah.
Right?
Like in comparison to
Whereas
like Jacob and Co.
Jacob and Co is kind
I think it's all hype for Jacob and Co.
Yeah.
A lot of it is hype driven and like celebrity wear, but with like houses like MBNF and Urwerk,
They
like,
have respect from
they
the watch.
have-
That was the
yeah,
other one.
exactly.
yeah, they're backed by
people
actual watch enthusiasts and not jewelers.
and they're in the
Does that make sense?
AHCI, you know.
Yeah.
Jacob
Like
can-
there's
yeah.
a that I guess that's the difference to me. Like
Yeah.
watchmakers and jewelers.
Yeah.
Like consider the was it the Thunderdome?
Yeah.
In a world where thinness of a watch is valuable, he makes the tallest watch in the watch world, and the watch community loves it.
Loved it.
That's got to be good design. If the design is that good that people are just like throw the rules out,
Yeah.
just like give me a thick watch,
I agree.
that says a lot.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I know. I love
Fucking love Max.
I love MBNF. Like to me, they're my favorite. Aside or work, of course. Like both of those houses, man. I would love to own one of their watches someday.
MBNF.
Yeah. I don't want like dude, even actually I'd take a legacy machine. Like I'm not even too big on the LM 101, right? But
Would you say Resonance is on the same level?
no.
Resonance is down
I would say
here,
Resonance is a little
then
bit under.
Urwerk and MBNF.
Yeah.
I would take a Voodoo Lanen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Carrie's were yeah, but you're not in
Hey,
the
I'm
tech
friends
scene.
with him, man. We're cool.
Yeah, I was friends with John Hopkins. We used to smoke weed every day. We took that shit up. All right, so cool. We moved away from the Hublot real quick.
Let's go a different direction
Uh-huh.
and let's talk about affordable pieces. We'll skip that next one. We'll come back to that one, but we can go where to start with watches. We're talking about all these
Oh
crazy
yeah,
watches,
so
but where
so
do we
you know
start?
you remember when we all probably started? Seiko 5s were $50 when we probably started.
And they were awesome.
They were great.
They were awesome.
Bang for the buck, $50, automatic movement, and it's like that is now. Now to get a Seiko 5, it's like 150.
Yeah.
150, 200. And I think even 250 on some. For a Seiko 5.
Or
That
even an SKX.
I think I'm too new to watch collecting. Like I only started. I think they were probably already in the hundreds by the time I started.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Because, yeah, like starting point for watches become a little bit rough, I think. Because if you want to get into it, what would you say is a good, like, if a friend was like, hey, dude, I want to get into watches, what would you tell them?
Yeah, what would you-
Without you scaring them and having them break the bank?
I don't know. I think I guess maybe I'm showing age a little bit here, but I'm more of the delayed gratitude. Like I would probably tell them like don't buy a bunch of like inexpensive watches if there's this thing out there that you really want. Like save up and get the.
Let's say
thing
that they
you really
don't
want.
though. They don't know what they
They
want.
don't know
They just
anything.
want to get
They're
into
They
just
just
like,
want
I like
experience,
it, but
they
I
want to
wanna
experience watches.
try
Find out what
to
define
find
their
out what it's
taste.
about. That's right.
I mean,
Where do you tell them?
I know. Again, I'm new to watch collecting, and just the little I know. I mean, I'd be looking at like Hamiltons, any of the Seikos,
Yeah.
something with like a tried and like any. Like I am a fan of the Sellita movements, like Sellita, like a nice Sellita, something with a
Absolutely.
nice
Easy to
Sellita
get
movement.
serviced.
Yeah, anybody can fix
inexpensive.
it. You can try it out.
Hell, Resins used Sellita.
Oh, wow.
Just
yeah.
with a bunch of oil all over it.
No, it's like one of their first models was Sellita, I believe.
Huh.
Sellita or
Would you tell them to
18.
go to any micro brands?
I
Go
have
down
so
that path?
I have been now that I'm more aware of microbrands. I've been trying to like spread the knowledge because I've got people that either through Instagram or other podcasts and stuff. Everybody's like, oh, jumping on the Seiko train and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, there's all these other great watches like Helios. I think is really
Manta.
like
Manta.
super.
I don't know. You think you consider
yeah.
Manta still micro? I think they've outgrown the term micro
Have they?
brand. I personally think so.
Yeah. I don't know the size of their output.
They output a lot.
Yeah.
I think in comparison to smaller brands like smaller brands like Nautilus and like the other true micro brands.
I have a friend that right
Brew?
now that's getting started in watches, and he's just going all vintage Seiko. I'm gonna try a vintage Seiko manual just to see
Pogue.
what that's like. I'm gonna try a
Pogue.
vintage Seiko automatic, see what that feels like.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's and he's getting a feel for the case size, the thickness, the lug to lug width, how he wants to interact with the watch.
Uh-huh.
And he's only spent $100 to $200 for every experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with affordables, can I throw a question back at you?
Yeah,
all?
go for it.
I feel like sometimes once you've tasted $1,000, $5,000,
Yeah.
$10,000, $15,000, can you really go back?
No.
So
It's
to
hard.
me,
it's hard.
it becomes
Can you go back?
extremely difficult. I think once you've experienced what you truly want, but that's the whole like journey, right? So you get into watches. Fuck, that was hot. You don't know what you want, and then as the more time you spend in the hobby, you start realizing what you want, and then when you get to the point of getting the thing that you originally wanted, everything else kind of seems dull. And I think it's not even on the micro brands or the hell, like I'm even throwing in like, let's say it's on an Oris, right? You're going from like an AP to an Oris.
Yeah.
It's not the Oris's fault. It's not. It's you as a collector have matured and like you've kind of pinpointed exactly what you wanted compared to when you first started, when you're like super all ears and like you're excited for all of these things. Not to say that I'm not excited for like smaller brands. Like I do. Like
Baltic.
I actually didn't like their new
Oh, yeah.
I think it's wacky. I think it's wacky how big the subdial is. That makes sense. It's
the
wacky,
Brigade
right?
numeral
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
But they got a micro rotor.
Oh my god. But yeah, see, like little nuances like that. Now, I'm picky. Talk to me like 2 years ago, I would be like, "Oh fuck, dude, that's like
That's
the
so
coolest
cool.
shit ever."
Yeah.
I guess just don't grow up too fast, because once
Yeah.
you start getting to the
You
big
get
boy
s- you
watches,
start
you're not
getting
going to want to go
jaded.
back.
You're fucked.
Yeah, you're just going to be spending
That's not
everything.
true because
There's
here's
a
an
few.
example. Like no. Like I've had APs and like all of that, but like this Santos,
That slaps, dude.
this is really fucking good.
Yeah, that's nice.
Did you guys know that to change like or to remove links on this watch you don't need any tools?
It's like Vortex.
Formex.
Vortex.
That chip
like
hit
a
you hard.
Yeah. Like in my brain, I think that
It got fried a
capsaicin
little bit,
just,
right?
like,
Drunk
went
on
into
spice.
my cerebral cortex and did
Yeah.
some damage.
But I to go back to your point, Winston, I think yeah, once you kind of experience what you know you like, it's hard to like anything else.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think, my entry to the watch game was actually a Speedmaster. Like
Oh.
that's where I started.
Damn.
Jesus, dude, all right.
Set the bar high on that one.
Well, I mean, it again, like I couldn't understand the value of a watch, and it's like, well, I don't want to buy this wristwatch or like, some wristwatch for like $500. Like I'm not even
Nice.
really sure I want it, but then I felt I hit a milestone in my life. And I wanted to celebrate it, and so I went with the Speedmaster. I'm like, oh, this is really nice, and that kind of just opened the door
Uh-huh.
to looking at
Yep.
everything else.
Yep.
And then I ended up with that titanium Pelagos.
Amazing bracelet.
It's a 2-liner, not the wall of text one.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
ETA baby.
Man, I got that thing so cheap too. But it's like you start to learn what you like as a collector, and it's easy to start like buying a lot of things. And again, we talked about this, Winston. I have a hard time selling anything. I don't want to.
Uh-huh.
So that means you have to be a lot more critical on what you're purchasing. So
If
you
you're
don't.
gonna be keeping
Yeah, you have to keep everything.
Got to hit all the boxes.
It does. It's like, am I going to be able to live with this for a long time?
And those boxes for you, Winston, right now is steel, black dial, and Rolex.
And new.
Brand new. AD.
Brand new. Brand new.
So here's a question. So we were talking about affordable watches, and what do you tell somebody? Like, if you were going to gift somebody a watch, if you're going to gift somebody a watch under $1,000, what would it be?
For me,
Yeah.
it would be a micro brand.
Yeah,
actually,
micro brand.
So to give a little of a thing though, I'm handling a lot of micro brands right now because of a project that we're doing for the podcast, where I'm working with a bunch of micro brands to test drive their watches, right? And like I'm giving it to a bunch of people who are in different points of their collecting journey, where like I'm the jaded guy who knows what he wants already. So I'll still participate, and then there's gonna be people who are who just started like last year and are super, fresh, super wet around behind the ears, right? And then Brandon, and then all of that. But to me, from the micro brands that I've seen and received this past week, I have loved every single one of them. Actually, I would say that if you're looking to gift someone a watch, a micro brand is a fantastic place to start, because not only do they get the experience of talking with the people who make the watch that they would not get otherwise with like a big brand, you get to know the community that micro brand has built. Like with like Nautilus collectors, like Oak and Oscar even. Although Oak and Oscar, I consider them a micro brand, but they're on the higher end of the micro brands. Like, you get to meet all these people who are probably also new, and it's a reasonable price. Like Nautilus, you can get a Nautilus for $400-500, I think. Great place. Wes and Cullen, great people, and they will talk to you. The community behind them, they've rallied, and they're super accepting of everyone, no matter where you are at the point of your collecting journey. So yeah, I would say Nautilus. There's just so many options now. Like back then it wasn't, right? When we started, it wasn't.
How about you, Winston and Brendan?
I would definitely go micro brand, because I think you get something different there, and I think that difference, the uniqueness, would like to ignite more passion in the watch collector, right? Because anytime you pick something that's a little more unique, that's like what we're all I feel like kind of going towards in some degree, to have something that is special. And I think the micro brands will kind of offer that to new people, because they're usually limited releases. Like, they don't make that many of them.
Yeah.
It's a small batch production.
Yeah. So I don't know which micro brand I would go for. Maybe a Venti. Now get him a glass or sapphire
$12,000
bird
watch.
cage. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. Maybe something that's like a Unimatic or something.
Right on.
Oh, actually,
Something
I
like that.
completely forgot
Yeah.
about Unimatic.
You
Yeah.
know, it's kind of like
Those
has a good-
designs are.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
very
it's
clean.
Rolex.
It's like right.
So, how about you, Winston?
I have a connection to. So I really like the history of Hamilton. That was my first watch. I got a ladies' quartz Bolton reissue.
Son of a bitch. That's where it started.
That's where it started. Yeah, so my first watch was a reissue, and I was drawn to. They hooked me on the story of Hamilton.
Yeah.
With Elvis and Blue Hawaii with that first electric watch.
Yeah.
To Hamilton's history of helping the railroad stay on time, all of that. They hooked me.
It's so good.
And so it was the first watch I ever
history.
asked for in 2007. And I still have the email where I emailed my mom, and I was like, I wrote this. It's so cringe. This is perfect for this podcast. I wrote something like, "It seems like the gentlemanly thing to wear." I wrote that, and I was not being ironic. I really meant it.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah.
like straight faced, And so I love the Hamilton brand, and I would love to, probably a Hamilton khaki field, man.
Yeah.
One
Can't go
without
wrong
faux
with
patina.
Oh, actually, the
wrong with
khaki
those.
field is so good.
Like they've gotten pretty big, and with the faux tina, but there's some. If you go back a few years, you can find like a 38 millimeter without the faux tina that I just can't go wrong.
I'm just not a fan of Fatina like you are. I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
Fatina sucks.
Yep.
If you're gonna
I've been
do that
there,
shit,
but-
just get. Yeah, I know. I remember.
I've been there.
I remember.
Well, it sounds like, based on everybody's thing, it's like the common thread there is about when you gift someone a watch, it's about sharing that passion and telling that story and trying to like ignite that
Cultivate
thing
it,
in
yeah.
somebody else, so that it goes from, oh, a watch is just for telling time, to, oh, holy shit, this is like a really cool piece of a mechanical art that you can wear and interact with every day. And
It's like wearing like
It's
a piece of history.
yeah,
It's kind of like when you have a friend that's like into heroin and he gets you into it.
Totally.
And then you just
Same
like
thing, yeah.
sell everything in your house and just shoot up
You're
every
like,
day.
let me introduce you to my dealer. and-
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
same
a gateway drug, yo. You know?
Heroin? Heroin's the gateway drug.
Yeah, heroin's a gateway drug. I don't know what comes after that. Maybe like DMT.
oh boy.
But
Transcendental meditation is after heroin.
You sure it's not Paqui One Chips?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
dude.
Jesus. Oh my
Dude, that
gosh.
chip probably gave me a high, dude.
That's how you punish a kid, though. If
Holy
your kid
shit.
misbehaves, eat that chip
well,
right
thank
now.
you. Now I'm gonna have to get some more and then do it for Rye.
Guys, you know what we have right now? We
What?
have a trauma bond.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
we do.
Shared trauma.
Shared
Like
trauma,
the end of
that's right.
Speed.
So now let's talk Grand Seiko. So I'm curious what your guys' thoughts. I know that Rolex is usually the gold standard that people compare them to. Where do you think Grand Seiko sits?
Are we allowed to talk about their bracelets, or
Yeah,
is that a no?
of course you are.
Everything's good to
Fuck,
go.
their bracelets are awful. But go ahead. Let's where do you think, where do they stand in comparison to Rolex?
I don't know if you can really. I don't feel like it's an apples to apples comparison.
No?
No, I think they are almost different audiences. In my own personal opinion,
I
I
can
feel like
see that,
it's
though.
almost
Yeah.
it's like it's like a Corvette buyer versus someone who wants like a Nissan GTR. You know, it's like they both want something fast and cool, but they're not going to buy the same thing.
That's right.
And I mean, I love Grand Seiko. I should have brought my SBG 201 with me, and I love the designs and like everything that they're doing. And they were a relatively affordable alternative
Yeah,
to some of the
that's-
other
that's
Swiss
stopped.
watches, but that
Stopped
ship has sailed.
recently.
Yeah.
Sucks. Like I
Climb
think
on
that
board.
was one thing that I really enjoyed about Grand Seiko was the fact that they were attainable and they were relatively inexpensive for what they offer.
Mhm.
They offered the, I think, best bang for buck value back then.
2 years ago.
Can you imagine that? Back then was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
It's fucked up.
It's amazing how the GS prices have changed in 2 years. There's one Grand Seiko I've put on that I've really liked.
What is it?
One. And that's the SBG W231, the 37 millimeter
Hand wind?
hand wind
Yeah,
white
yeah.
dial.
The
Y'all
hand
seen it.
wind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Classy.
That's the one I put on, and I'm like,
Clean and
fuck, I have to get that.
Neutral, you know?
It's cool. Like that's the whole thing. Because what sucks is I think Grand Seiko used to be. I would say they used to be a niche market. Not so much anymore. Ever since they pushed how luxurious they truly are. I think that the bracelets, of course, are the worst. I think that they're never gonna fix that, just because they have to cut corners somewhere. With the intricacy of the dial work, the Zaratsu finishing and polishing for the case hands and markers, I get it. Like, where else can you skimp out? Like, you can't skimp out on the Zaratsu. You can't half Zaratsu it.
I do wish they made. I do wish Grand Seiko made a slightly more rugged looking.
You don't like the diver, the GS diver?
They're huge.
They're fucking huge.
They're
like
massive, and this is coming.
44.
I mean, this is coming from someone who likes to wear big watches on a tiny wrist, like huge.
Yeah, it's
And that's where they kind of lose themselves.
Yeah.
In their design language, they start to look like other brands.
yeah,
And that's when it's kind of
iffy. I agree with you. But yeah, I think that if they made a better sports watch,
I would. I mean, I would
love
buy
that.
one in a heartbeat if
Oh,
they had like
absolutely.
a more rugged looking sports
Absolutely.
watch.
so. Why not put this on a really nice leather strap?
That's what I did with mine.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I like it on the bracelet.
Yeah.
I'm not.
he likes
I hate
feeling
it.
like a cheap whore. Yeah.
I like the bracelet. The adjustability sucks. The snap doesn't click that well, but like it's comfortable, and it's super light. It's all titanium.
I
so
actually disagree on the comfort.
I think it's comfortable. My wrist.
Okay. I think they should also stop naming every watch or saying every watch is tied to nature. Just make cool dials, bro. You don't gotta be like,
Yeah,
this is based
like
off
the
the
24,
the
36
Fujiwara
seasons
Mountains.
that they
But
have.
there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong in admitting like where you're getting your inspiration from.
You
It's,
think
it's
so
tied
for-
to Japanese spirituality.
for every single fucking watch,
Yeah,
man.
that's-
I don't
yeah,
know.
I feel like they're.
I think it's
harping on that too
a
much.
little, yeah.
It's like a one-trick pony. You know?
It's like when Omega just talks about the moon.
Or Elworth talks about the ocean.
That's right. Or Everest.
Rolex talks about the ocean.
No,
too.
you can get. I think the inspiration from nature is nice. Like it's there is a lot of natural beauty out there, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I
but
just
when
think
you have
it's,
like 30 releases
Yeah.
that are all saying that,
yeah, 30 releases in a year. No, Maybe not 30.
I know because they put out one.
They do put
for
out
the
a lot.
seasons. They do like the seasonal
Yeah,
one. And
they
there was
do
like
a seasonal one.
Like 26
but then what
seasons or
happens to the
whatever.
old seasonal ones?
These ones. This one was the 4 season. This was a part of the 4 season. It's still going.
Spring.
They could do what, Captain Planet edition where they have 5 different versions.
They fuck with anime. They fuck with anime. Seiko.
No, they didn't. They didn't do
Seiko, not Grand Seiko.
Zenith. Oh yeah, Seiko fucks with
Seiko
anime.
fucks with anime.
Zenith fucks with anime.
Mhm.
From that new loop in the third. Did you guys see that? The one that
It's kinda
split
like
half
split.
black, half white.
I
yeah.
like that watch.
You don't?
No, I do.
Oh,
I do. I really
Winston?
liked it.
No? Oh, dude. It is so good. That's absolutely one of my favorite releases of recent time. It's so polarizing.
Yeah.
It's either
is.
you like it
Or you hate
or
it.
you hate it. I don't think there's an in between because
Can't. Someone, I don't know. Someone said, but they named the case shape, and I think I really like that because I think it's a different case shape.
that's right. Yeah,
And I like it.
I like it. Yeah. Oh, Winston.
Not
no,
a fan.
Not a fan.
Not a
It's
fan.
not a black dial.
it's not Rolex.
It's half black.
How about you, Brandon? No.
I probably wouldn't wear it, but I would like to look at it in person. But I just it wouldn't be for me.
Oh, here's another one I'm curious about. Who do you guys think is the best out of the Trinity? With the Trinity being
Fashion.
Patek, AP, and VC.
Can you define the best? What do you mean the best?
It's very
Just whatever,
subjective.
just whatever's the best to you.
Best to you, yeah.
Jenny L had an awesome video where she talked about VC, and her main point was what I agree with, is that the design language of VC is really lacking, and that it doesn't look when you look at some other pieces, it's not that's a Vacheron. I think that's one of the main problems. So I'd say as far as integrity of design language, I have to go Patek.
Really? Patek? I didn't
I have to go
expect
Patek.
anyone here to say Patek.
Because probably my favorite dial that I've seen in the past 10 years is the that calendar that they released like 4 years ago, where it's all based on
Yeah.
a
Yeah, that's
handwritten.
Um,
That you want me to pull it up?
Yeah.
To me, that's one of the coolest things because it's based on one of their employees' handwriting, like
Wow.
handwriting.
I think VC is probably.
I'm with Bill.
And my reason is exactly the opposite of you're saying they don't have a design language, and I think that's what I appreciate about VC
Yeah.
is the VC I really want is that driver, the offset, the
Small one?
the
The
1920
Historique.
the Historique, yes.
That they just came out with?
No, the original one, the
I
bigger
love
one.
the small one, actually.
If they could make that in stainless steel, I would buy that in a heartbeat.
All right.
And I really like the two hand overseas, and I like that it flies under the radar. You know,
If you know, you know.
Yeah, it's one of those. Someone might see it, not say a thing, but a real watch enthusiast would know what you're wearing.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm trying to find this Patek.
You good?
What's it called?
I don't remember. I know
I
what you're
put in
talking about.
perpetual
though.
calendar and
But
annual
as
calendar.
far as for me, yeah, I'm with VC. I think that Vacheron is the most understated out of the Trinity. Like they're usually left out of the conversation, and I think, especially nowadays, let's look at the modern bringings of these three houses. Right? You have Patek who makes.
You know, that's a pretty watch, that Patek.
This
Oh,
is the
yeah.
one.
Yeah, he was just looking at it.
Like
beautiful.
Anyways, go ahead.
So with VC, like you look at the three houses, Patek is with LVMH. The DNA is about to be one and the same. And that sucks because that, in my opinion, kills off a lot of the brand heritage. AP, the Black Panther, and like a bunch of other silly stuff. That's cool. Vacheron has never done anything like that in modern time.
They've never bent over for anything.
They've never
They
been
never
over.
played in the dirt.
No, I wouldn't even say that's playing in the dirt because they do. Look at the Everest.
Yeah, yeah.
The VC Everest is the most beautiful. I think the like holiest of holy.
That
for me.
that watch checks so many of my
Everything.
boxes.
It's insane.
It checks everything about it. Like everything about that watch, I am in love with, and that's why you just compare that to the fucking Tiffany Patek that they released, the last one. Also, they keep making the last Nautilus every time. You compare it to like AP's silly shit, and it's like, wow, like
Man, those
VC is truly original. they have not bent over for anyone yet.
You make great points because that Everest really is the ultimate sports watch.
Absolutely.
Isn't it what everyone wants?
Yeah.
Like everyone
everything
wanted
about it.
Right.
I can't wait to see that in person when we have
Your buddy.
BZ
Yep.
coming in for the podcast.
Not your
BZ.
average farmhouse. Dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
BZ, if you're listening to this, please, we need that soon. Bring the fucking LV,
Bring everything.
Bring everything.
I will say, like, more brands need to start embracing titanium.
Absolutely,
That is like, that's, you've got your black dial Rolexes. I think
Yeah, like
everything
the
I'm trying to
Steel
buy is
Titanium.
like an iconic case made out of titanium.
It's
So,
hard.
like,
it's hard to work
interesting.
with.
Hard.
it is.
Work
I got a
titanium.
PAM 177. So that's your that's the 111, I think.
Yeah.
But in a titanium
Titanium
case. The Pelagos. I've got the IWC Mark 18 Heritage, which is a titanium case.
Uh-huh.
So it
Badass
is a
watch.
bit trying to like play that game of how can I find these iconic watches and stuff like that, but in titanium.
What
Yeah.
an interesting niche. That's
Yeah,
fun.
I know.
I
Like
think the
titanium.
Omega Ploprof is in titanium.
They
really
have
cheap.
one that's in titanium.
Oh,
Oh,
and
Philip has it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Philip's got a banging.
It's so
case.
funny
That
because you
thing's
pick it
pretty
up
bad.
and you're
It's-
like, oh, I can smash someone's skull in with this.
But
You
it's
pick it up, it's so light.
it's really hard to polish titanium and work with it. I'm wondering why. I'm wondering if that's why companies are kind of maybe not using that material as much.
Probably.
No.
So are you going to get the Bond watch then? Isn't that in titanium?
The
It is.
NTTD.
I almost pulled the trigger on that. I couldn't do the brown dial. If that was a black dial, it would have been a
Really, you
no-brainer.
couldn't?
I
Wow.
couldn't do it.
And that
Um,
loom color is pretty warm.
Yeah.
It's that Omega Fotina.
Yeah,
but they
the
have,
Platina.
but they make the no date Seamaster 300M in a ceramic titanium, which I do have my eyeball on.
There you go.
Badass. I mean, that's a cool niche though. And like, I really do
Yeah,
like
dude.
that.
Titanium guy.
Titanium. All
So
right,
yeah, if
all right.
anybody knows of titanium watches
Here,
out there,
this is titanium.
I know the snowflake. That was what drew me to the snowflake for GS.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the Blizzard.
Hey, how's everybody's stomach right now?
I'm good.
Yeah,
dude.
let's do a check. It's
I'm
a little
good.
warm.
Wellness check. Wellness check.
I got a nice buzz. I'm the only one drinking, so I'm good. I'm pretty much back to
I got a
normal.
buzz. Shit.
Off of the.
Yeah.
Off the
I think that when at some point I couldn't hear out of my left ear.
yeah. No, my
That-
hearing
no,
went
dead
away,
ass.
dude. I'm serious. My hearing went
I
down like
swear.
30%. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this was clogged.
Okay. So, guys, thanks for being a part of the
Experience.
Experience.
Thanks. Like Winston said, we are now sharing trauma.
So when we're sitting on the toilet later on tonight, we're phoning each other.
Yeah, we're gonna be on
FaceTime.
We're gonna FaceTime, group FaceTime.
I'm sending my therapist bills to y'all.
Well, no, I think Jay's you're already
Guys.
famous for the shitter.
Yeah,
Watch
that's
pics.
my
Oh my
pick.
god, yeah, those are gross.
Dude.
I love them.
But
I
I
love
can't
that.
stop looking at them.
That's right. But yeah, I want to thank Bill and Winston for hanging out.
And our sponsor,
Paqui,
Paqui
Chips. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you too, CK.
Ooh.
Awful idea. Go ahead, Winston. That's so good. Slower.
I do a little like jackhammer move. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for
Thanks,
listening.
And let me
And
give
we
you
hope
guys a
you're
heads
okay
up.
at home too.
Yeah.
If you tried this challenge with
Yeah.
us.
If you do this challenge, send us a video of you getting absolutely fucking annihilated, and we will send you.
And what the toilet looks like.
We will
afterwards.
send you something. Actually, legit. If you do this, we will send you something. And see you guys on the next episode, which will be the microbrand project,
Yes.
which should be pretty fun.
All right, y'all.
Hey,
Have a
bye.
good weekend.
Peace.
Bye.